Okay, lads, welcome back to the One-Eyed Pod. I don't know what round it is. We accidentally missed last week.
It's round
Um,
14
round 14. You know,
review.
it's round 14 reviews. Poor form for us, actually.
Well, we were busy. We were having beers and all that. We did get a few live stream views actually, so I was a bit surprised because, I
Really?
mean, it's been we're getting more fans involved, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah,
It would
it's
be
great.
it would be great if they could just like and subscribe to the podcast and all that kind of stuff. Because sometimes I only see one like, so if you can give us a like, it helps the algorithm.
Does that really get you down when you only see the
Yeah, yeah.
one?
100%. All the hard work for nothing. Like I've got a whole forwards um, brief to show you all, but I'm evaluating the forwards that are fucking dog shit. Surely I get a like. Surely I get a like for that.
Bloke has spent his whole
It's probably
afternoon deep diving on fucking how Charlie Currnow's home life is, and if he's going to push for the Coleman.
if anything, you'll probably get dislikes with all these forwards.
He will. He will. Yeah. So we missed last week. Apologies for that. I was down in Victoria, and I just got back. I saw 2 footy games, played golf 3 times, all in a week, and it was a big week. And then we got back, and it was pod night, and I was like, I'm fucked. No pod, and then
Yeah.
Crooks was fucked, and then I was fucked, and then we're like, we'll do one live stream just before.
Yeah, and I'm glad we didn't have to go fully in the review, like because it was still a bit raw. I had Dacos. I still haven't got over the Dacos C and where he got tagged, and I'm live
Oh,
watching the game, and it was meant to be perfect, and I nearly changed it. I'm still not over it, so I'm glad we didn't do the pod on Tuesday because I would have just told you to get fucked. In all honesty, I would have just not rocked up. But
It's actually, I completely forgot about that because for some reason, and this happens all the time when you're at the game, you just like completely disregard any of your players,
yeah.
and I probably didn't get as sad about it, but you were probably devastated just drinking your worries
Oh,
away.
mate, you were with me drinking, so I
Yeah.
guess you were drinking in happiness, and I was
You were
drinking
doing
in ultimate sadness.
because I had a
I
great
mean,
week that week. I launched a little bit. I went up pretty high.
yeah, well, we'll get on to my team in a minute, but it is like we're both doing well at the moment. We're around the 5K mark, and that's the most annoying thing. If I hadn't a captain Dacos, I would actually
Mm,
probably be in a great place. But
yeah.
I mean, we'll just talk about him. I think we're going to name the title of the pod is just LDU season.
Oh,
Like, Mamma Mia! We
is it
told you
what?
guys this is a pod. This was a pod recommendation.
You know what is annoying about the pod as well, though, is we didn't harp on about it enough. You harped on about it, and I was more leaning towards Will Day, was it at the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I went to the airport and I had a few drinks, and then you gave me a little spiel about
Oh,
LDU.
he's
So I
incredible.
got him, but I really should have got him this week and Will Day last week, but I did it the opposite way around. But we didn't even talk about LDU at the time. We only talked about it to each other, which is annoying.
The thing I remember on the drive home, and I'm in your car just going, fuck. The fucking fuck me, Supercoach. My rank's gonna be cooked, blah blah blah. And I remember you literally saying to me, why the hell did you vice captain LDU? This is why. He's a nuclear Supercoach bomb. 147. It was possible he got tagged. The taggers are ruining the game. Can we just
I'm
actually just comment on that?
I'm sick of this. And you want to know something? I, Today I received a phone call from our Brisbane informant. Do you know what he scored this week?
What?
He calls me up bragging about how he pumped me. And then I go, "Did you beat me this week?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I got the 300th highest score in Australia this week." And I go, "What? What'd you score?" Bloke this week scored 2,186. I'm like, how
Can
did
you
you?
actually just? You may as well just quickly show his team right now. Get it done with.
his fucking SuperCoach team's name is the Dane Zorkos. Like this guy, I was like, how the
Get it,
fuck did I just lose to you? Where
get it
are we?
up for the listeners.
This is the Dane Zorko's team. So what did he have? So he had Houston, he
Crispy,
had Bailey Dale,
crispy.
Crispy.
I
Oh, he's
love
listening
it.
to the pod. Lockie Neal, Warren. He's actually got a pretty solid team here. Oh, he's got a Razio Fantasia. Ugh. Got Sexton in there.
That's oh my god. This is actually a good team.
That's actually not too bad. He's got
And
LDU.
he got Warner, so like that's unlucky pick. And he's got Nick Cox there. What the fuck? Anyway, I
Yeah.
I would say it's a lucky week, but I'm actually looking at this team and I'm like, it's not too bad, you know.
What do you got Nick Cox here for, Bruno? Jesus Christ.
And he's also got James Madden in there
Where?
at the top. James Madden, he's I don't even think he's played a game. Well, he obviously hasn't. He's thing has 0.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway, we've
Anyway,
all got a couple of deads in our team, but good on you, Bruno.
lucky week.
But now look at his team. You've got just rattling off my head. Neil tagged Worthy, Butters tagged,
Yeah.
Green tagged, Warner tagged. He'll get tagged. Sarong will get tagged. LDU will
But
get tagged.
this
What's the
is
point?
exactly
What?
right. But look at this is what I was gonna go on. Like these are all tagged, right? But then look what it took for him to just score one of the highest scores in the country.
I Bont
One, two,
captain.
three, four, 5, 6, 7 players to just pop off. All the rest just did absolutely fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got Brody here, Tim English. He actually had a decent week besides a couple.
Yeah. Um, I have a theory, and I mean I
Mm.
can't do it because my trades are all buggered. But it's probably the go to get a few more defenders in your team rather than midfielders. Get a loop going on because the defenders won't get tagged unless you're Bailey Dale and
Christian
Ryan
Bailey
got.
Dale.
But even Ryan had someone on him. It's just this. Can we just let football just run freely again and just there's no consequences and there's just bulk fantasy points. I know it's probably better viewing as you're watching someone get shut down, but it's not better viewing for our Supercoach teams. It's
I've
fucking
just had
killing
it.
me.
I've just had a little epiphany. You know what you've said right there. You have to pick the second best player in the team. You know
Yeah,
who is the best player to pick right now? I've said
crisp.
it. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Jackie Crisp,
I still
defensive mid.
I'm still hearing content creators just go, he'll lose his role. And I'm like, he won't lose his role. One
No,
Degoe is just like Degoe's he's burnt out. They're gonna try
yeah,
and get him right for finals. And what a win, by the way. Can't believe
oh,
that.
I couldn't
Um,
believe it.
but he's just explosive and he's kicking goals. He's
Mm,
just even though it was questionable and maybe touched, but super reliable lot. And Mitchell's nowhere near getting back. So yeah, get him and Pendles. I reckon Degoe will go in there a little bit. And Crispy's just going to be flying in that mid, and he won't lose his role, not at
I don't.
all.
I think he's pretty solid in there. The mid rotation is like him, Dacos, and a rookie.
Yeah, he is at that price now that I think he's the same or near the same price as basically all of them, really. So you'd
Mm,
probably go to pick Dale or
mm,
maybe a Houston for a little bit more. But nah, what a pod. I've just loved owning him. It's actually made Supercoach enjoyable because one of my pods have hit. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, enough about Crispy. Did you want to touch on how you went and all that?
yeah. We'll jump into it. Here we go. This week I went 2023. Top 5% score. Pretty flat on this. This was meant to be like a 2100 ish kind of range for ages until some
Yeah, it's
players
all.
just did dog shit.
Well, yeah, I know who you're going to say. Well, we all know the culprits.
No, there's some culprits, and it's just all to do with the tag. The tag is back. But in the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks, I think in the last 2 weeks, I've gone up nearly 3,000 ranks or 4,000 ranks, which has been great. I was at 10,000, so I've gone up 5,000 ranks,
Yeah.
which is a little push through the buy period. Hopefully this week we can make another solid push. Um, But let's just jump into the team. This week I traded in Will Day and Jai Clark. Wasn't hot on the Jai Clark
Stop
trade in.
calling him Jai Clark.
Jai,
You
no,
did this
Jordan
last.
Clark. Sorry, Jordan Clark.
He
Traded
played like
in.
Jai. He played like
Yeah,
Jai
he
Clark.
did. Will Day and Jordan Clark. And I kept saying, like, I'm not hot on it. And I don't know why I didn't just sit down and look at other options, because he was probably the most expensive out of all of them.
Yeah.
And after I did it, like at the start of the week, and they played, I just looked through it. I was like, oh, why didn't I just get Houston? Like that would have been pretty good. But then I'm like, oh, he's not that much of a pod. I probably won't get him.
Even
And
Houston though, Houston, I mean, it's just hindsight thinking, but Houston wasn't lighting it up at all. You know, so
mm,
I don't think you would have gone him. But now you look and I saw someone in our league traded him in that week. It's all luck. But Clark, I mean Clark, they all scored shit. The defenders, Bullies
mm,
found them out big time.
yeah, they got pumped. But I mean, you got to be happy with the Bailey Dale trade in a couple of weeks ago. Pretty
Oh
happy with that.
god, he's a gun. So
Um,
jealous.
yeah, so he's basically turned up this game. He's given me a 132, a 95, and a 136. He's got North next week, or in 2 weeks. So it's happy with the Bailey Dale. Anyway, Zach Fisher probably let us down a little bit, which was unfortunate. People really thought he was going to pop off this game, and he just didn't.
Back to the
Bont
old
went
fish.
massive. Yeah. Bont went massive. LDU went fucking huge. He would definitely have to be the stallion of the week, wouldn't he? Like, you just
Yeah,
can't.
I'm not
They're
even
probably
gonna
both
bother.
there.
He is my stallion, definitely.
Yeah. Stallion of the week, LDU. Like, holy shit. He cooked
Just
us in that first quarter.
if you just wanted, I was gonna do it, but just look at his run, right? And I said this to you. He had, what was it? West Coast, Collingwood, then Melbourne, who score against pretty well. Bulldogs questionable, but the run home as well is he's got Geelong,
Mm,
Richmond, West Coast, Bulldogs again, and then Hawthorn.
that's why I
Yeah, and
traded him.
We picked him up at 560 or something like that. I'll say it
Yeah.
on there. 576.
576.
On yeah, was
Massive.
that? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheap as chips. Now people are trying to get him in at 610. Suck eggs,
Yeah.
boys.
95
Suck
break
eggs.
even.
Yep.
Surely he goes massive
He's
again.
he's a gun.
And he looks like he's kind of got that
He's got the hunger
like
back.
that midfield mojo back, yeah, where he's
Yeah.
just taking over games. Like him and George Wardlaw in that first quarter. Like the Pies
Oh.
had to tag him in the end, LDU.
Yep.
We never tag. Um yeah, Sarong. This has been the worst pick all season. I fucking paid 680 for this guy, and it makes me think that just don't pick these players when they're popping off and look for the other people.
Yeah, I'm saying the same exact thing. But we always
Yeah,
do this. You did this last year with Dawson. And I
yeah,
captained Took on an injury, like all the same things that you do when you say, I'm not going to do it again. There's multiple
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
But then you're just
Butters,
like, yeah,
yeah.
what a stink. People are traded him at his highest price too.
Should we make some pod rules? And we'll have them.
Yeah.
We'll put them up on the wall. Pod rules. You cannot trade a player after if they're on like 130 type of score. If they're on
I don't,
130 pricing,
I think we should just have it, written down because I think it is a useful play to have at the back of your, hand.
mm,
Because I mean, not everyone's going to listen to what our rules are, but it obviously works. You don't pay up for players. Like there's there's been so much good options. Like Dale was 430K or something.
yeah.
He like why didn't we just get him straight away?
Oh, I just didn't trust Bevo, but yeah, he's
Say it,
420,
yeah, 420.
457 really when people were going to pick him up.
What about Salem? 350 or 380 or whatever it was,
Yeah.
all these options. So I guess, you don't want to promote these sort of pod rules because maybe it's the way we can improve our season next year and get a G up from we'll
Nah,
win
it's all
some
right. Get all
cashies.
listeners up there with
We'll
you.
win some cashies. Nah, fuck
Yeah.
yous, listeners. Fuck yous, listeners.
Yeah. The Will Day, pretty disappointing, but you take the ton, you know. Who's he got
Gun.
next? He's got West Coast next week, so
I told you
or not
Richmond
next
was
week,
a bit
the week
tougher.
after. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all right though. I'm happy with 100.
Yep.
He's got a good run home as well though, so
Yep. Definitely.
all right. Who else? Sorko. I was kind of hoping he went 120, really. Because then everyone would have to look elsewhere for a captain.
Mm.
And I would have as well. I probably would have gone Will Day, which is annoying. So I'm kind of happy about it, eh?
Um,
Grundy popped off. Fucking, is he R2? Is he R2?
oh,
Oh,
Paige, don't even ask that question anymore. We know it. We know.
oh baby. He's version Kieran Briggs next week.
Good thing it's at ENS, not SCG. Still probably the same
That's all
size
right.
ground.
Still the same shit. He's just going to fucking pump
I
him.
actually miss. I
Last
miss.
time he scored 143 on Briggs.
I miss him. I miss him so much.
Yeah.
You break my heart, Brody, but it's all my fault. I would have been at 10 trades if I didn't trade Brody out.
You would have. Um, Harvey Harrison probably let us down this week. Dowling, Heaney popped off, but yeah, had a pretty decent week. It's all right week. I think I did better than
I
most.
didn't know Heaney did as good as. Jeez, I thought
Mate,
I was
Heaney,
I watched that whole game. I didn't know he scored 140. That's crazy. He was a
there you
good C
go.
shout. Yeah, well, at least he's back. He's back, Heaney dog.
Mm.
He's a bit been a like you wouldn't vice him or captain him. Wouldn't
Well,
think.
he was on track here for like at least 150 at this game against Geelong, and then he just stopped. Kind of
Yeah,
became the Errol show. But he was cooking.
yeah. He's a good player. Do you reckon he'll win the Brownlow? Because
Nah,
our man Bont that we spoke about on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, he was at $13 or something, but he had one of the best games I've ever seen someone play after a flu sort of week. He's dropped to around $8, I think, for the Brownlow. So it's really Heaney, Dacos, and maybe Bont in my eyes. Have you got a gauge on the Brownlow mid-season?
nah, don't really have a gauge on it. I think, yeah, I don't think Heaney wins. I think he gets too many points taken away from him. Like he
Hmm.
probably hasn't polled a
Warner,
vote for a while now.
Warner,
Yeah, Dakes has
even
probably
Errol.
polled a vote in the last couple of games. Probably didn't get
Yeah.
3 votes last game, but probably got at least one. Bond has had a really good patch. Would you talk about Merritt just because the coaches love him as well? Like, and they love just the efforts and stuff he puts in?
No, he's been lackluster. Just based on Supercoach, he has been. Oh man, he
Complete
probably
Supercoach bias.
nah. I still see people recommending Merritt, and I'm like, stay away from him. He's crap.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't trade him in at the moment, but fuck.
Oh,
It's just
everyone like there's the mids are dog shit, eh? But I think Merritt would be still the best. Look at Real; he's fallen off massively. But yeah, I don't think he's Brownlow worthy. But it's because Essendon are winning games, so I hate Essendon. So just
yeah,
putting it
fuck
out there.
Essendon. Essendon are fucking pigs, all of them. All you fucking Essendon supporters. I've only ever met one nice one. Fucking dead one.
Nah, I know a couple. I know a couple,
Yeah.
but none of
Who?
our.
Name them.
No. His name's Jezza. I play wheelchair basketball with him. He's all right. They're both quiet, and I don't think they care enough about their football team like I do. But I know the other mates that you're talking about that are Knob Edson don't actually
How's
know
that, how's
anything
that
about
fucking
footy.
how's that
He's a
fucking
loyal
post I sent you
listener.
throughout the week about the guy who's there's this Collingwood supporter who got just got the news from the doctor that he's about to die, and he just got the bad news, guys. They're about to cark it or something like that, and he just goes, "Just want to won't be seen on here much longer. Just gonna leave with a few words," and it was just like Carlton fucking suck or fuck you, Carlton or something, and that
I
was
think
all
it
he
was.
wanted to say.
I think it was the second. Yeah, it was a pisser. Sticking up Carlton. Oh, don't get me
Last
started on them.
final words before you die. Fuck Carlton. Anyway, do you want to jump into your team?
We got some loyal fans in Collingwood, you know. They bleed black and white. Uh,
Mate, some of the Collingwood supporters are fucking hectic. Hey,
oh,
like
they go too far.
they are hectic.
They go
So
too
they're a
far.
bit much for me sometimes. Like the really core Pie supporters.
Yep.
Sometimes they just like fuck.
You know,
Alright.
take a chill pill.
Oh,
It's only a it's only a game. These Collingwood fans, it's life and death.
it's like they
I
fucking
hit
have a podcast or something.
um
Show us what
I
you got.
think I scored 3 points less than you or something.
Yeah, you
So
did. You did.
oh, that sucks. If only I'll get onto him in a minute, but if only Whitfield pulled his finger out and wasn't off about half the game, getting his ribs touched, and then he couldn't get on the game. He couldn't get on for a quarter for 7 minutes or something, so he could have gone to Narnia, but instead he just tried to stuff me over somehow. But I'm sitting all right, same as you, 5,600. Hopefully, I don't know. Last week I was playing um, for the leagues, you know, because I've given up because of day costs. I don't know what this season entails. I think it's over rank wise. Obviously, we're so far
Yeah.
behind.
I reckon we can push to like if I can get to like 2000th, I'd be happy. I guess as like a just like a top 1%, and I think I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I think we can
Well,
push 2000.
fingers crossed.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be happy with 2K. I reckon that's a solid season for 2K with all the bad things I did this season. Like, this is possibly my worst season that I've done because I've just been so rogue trading primos. And it's just like I look back at my season, I'm like, I had Young, I had Martin. Now I want to trade Martin twice, you know, and now I have no trade, so I can't get rid of him again. But
yeah.
Marshall, Grundy, McRae, like I've got in all these picks. Thank God. Thank the Supercoach gods for those additional 5 trades. Like you've saved me big time. And I
You would have
remember
had the worst season ever.
this time last year, I was on 0 trades with a loop of Sam Walsh and Taron Thomas.
And you thought you could get to the end. Did you get to the end?
Yeah, I ended up being ranked 1,600 because everyone lost Dacos and they couldn't
Yeah,
trade him out. So it was like a donut on field or like a rookie. And I had Taron Thomas and
yeah,
oh mate Walsh. So I was creaming it in for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, this is great. And then I won my league from it.
yeah.
But anyway, I think if you can get a 23rd, which I think most will, just not me. But yeah, it's fun because you can sort of you see Tom Green on screen. He's going to be my Imagine, but you can loop Tom Green with whoever player that you wish to use as your 23rd. I guess there's a number of them, but similar to you, our teams are a little bit different. But Luke Ryan, like he just had such a terrible game, and he was getting played on. Um, so I'm a bit concerned. Could this be the future of Luke Ryan? You know, a little bit more pressure.
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think he's a pig. I reckon he goes 150 next week.
Only one time in the game they decided to do that 4 pass back and forth. I was like, come on, just give it to Lukey boy. But they knew that
Yeah.
it was coming Bulldogs because Riley West was on him for memory.
I feel like when they play up against Freo now, because they're such a boring team, they're such a high press. Like, they'll
Yeah.
defend the ground quite high.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Like, you always see that they're defending that little dinky pass into the, like, full back. They're, like, defending that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That see, I think him and Clark will be good. It's just one bad game, and they just got completely towed up. Every other game they've gone 120 or 110, and maybe you're not as confident as Clark, but they both use each other. The rookie Warner, I think, maybe impacted him a little bit because he was a halfback himself. But I guess it's just next week you see what happens. It's too late to
Mm.
make changes. But yeah, Crispy just a ledge, Dacos a ledge, um, Whitfield 134. This could have been way bigger, but I'm glad he took every kick in. That's what I want. You know, if he's getting tagged this week, so this is going to be next week. I'm going to be filthy at him. But if he if he takes every kick in, I will salute him. I will salute him, you know? And that's all you want. If you're
Untaggle.
getting yeah, you know, or just I'd be happy with an 80 this week. Seriously, this
Mm.
is how dire it's gonna get. James Jordan towed him up last time. He only got a
Reckon he'll
59.
go straight back to him?
100%. Because Whitfield was one of the most important players. He just delivers the ball but he landed 8 tackles. I mean, he should be my
Unheard of.
stallion. Oh, I was watching the game and then he went off because he got winded. And I was like, this bloke, man. He
Does he
reminds
always
me,
go off injured?
yes, every time. It's so annoying. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm probably still gonna pick this guy next year because I just love him. I'm like a sucker. I'm a sucker for
You're
pain.
such a fuckhead.
But oh, he's a fun player to own. I reckon after if you're chasing this 23rd primo, he's cheap enough to be a D7. After the Jordan game, he's about 500k now. I haven't checked what his break even is, but you know he's not going to hit that because he's got James Jordan, so he'll stay around that price. But my midfield, same as you basically. Um, LDU solid. I bring in Goulden, 106 off 34 touches, so and he missed 2 behind, so this could have been massive, but unfortunately wasn't the case. And I think that we were trying to figure out last week what the problem was with Goulden. And I mean, I thought it was maybe the DE and all that disposal efficiency, and I think it is. Like he just
Mm.
can't. I think he kicked at 55% or something.
Who have
Pretty
they got
poor.
this week?
They got GWS, so he should go all right. GWS league points, and the focus will be going to Chad Warner. Like
Mm.
he's that he. The good thing about Gooden is he does it. He hardly comes off, so you doubt someone would tag him, and he's a winger as well. You know, he's
Mm.
not in the middle of the game. But hopefully Bedford goes to Warner. Hopefully, he doesn't go to Heaney for our teams. But
Mm.
yeah, Steele 83. He got tagged as well. Just shocking. Like, why are you tagging Steele?
That's what
He's
I was
barely.
saying.
Yeah, why are you
They've
tagging
sent
Steele?
Berry to the most non-damaging player in the league. The
Yep.
guy doesn't even want the football himself, let alone and you're gonna put
Yep.
someone else on him.
Like, come on, he's barely scraping the barrel with his low tons. Like, just leave him alone.
They're taking
Um,
this tagging shit to another level. Let's
I
just tag
know.
someone. Let's stop someone.
And then Tom Green, oh, mate, you've had 30 touches and an 80 from it. Like, come on, mate. I don't have the chase to stuff around with him. I'm just going to leave him in my team. He's already low as it is. 450k. Like, this man, we traded him in, what, 600s? We started him 600s.
Oh, we thought he was gonna win the Brownlow, and it looked like he was.
Yep. Yep. Um, English 136 was amazing. Good job, Tim. It's what we want from you, Tim. I gave you a pump up on Friday, and you delivered for me. Um,
He did
oh,
too.
did you ever? I was very scared of this game because of two ruckman, and he did all right. But I
Like,
don't
got
know. But
lucky with a goal in the last, like, minute,
yeah,
30
yeah,
seconds.
saw
Yeah,
that. I was jumping in my lounge room, just going yes,
yeah.
and
In my head
I felt like
go.
bagging you and saying,
Yeah.
fucking Grundy, how good is he? And then I was like, when I was watching the Sydney game. I was like, thank God I didn't say that. Thank God.
I was waiting for you to say something as well. I'm like,
Yeah,
who's gonna pipe up
nah,
here about this?
exactly. And then I was like, no, English has been terrible, so I'm just gonna leave it as that. Yeah,
I would have loved that.
Flanders C, what a good looping C, because I wanted to captain him last week and I didn't. So at least I can captain Flanders at his bye, because I had Zorko loop. But other than that, same as you, Michael. Stock standard, it had a good rank rise. Hopefully the more the better. But
You're gonna be happy with that Joe Richards hold after the news today.
yeah, well, I haven't seen it, so I kind of think you're lying. But
Well, I saw
um,
that he's a test for the. He'll be a
well,
test
if
for
he's a
the Gold
test,
Coast
that's
game.
even better. That's even better because I was trying to look at the injury report. It said 2 to 3 weeks away. Um, I mean, trades for the week. I think you didn't even do your trades, by the way. So we're gonna get
We'll go
back to
back to
that.
it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I wanted your help.
Well, I need help myself, mate, because well, if you, I'll just explain it without tinkering the
I've
team.
got 16 players playing. There's Butters.
Yeah, Butters will get off. I think
You think he's gonna get? It's on right now. Actually, I'll check it.
the verdict
It's
is in.
it's started at 4.
Port Adelaide star Zach Butters is free to face Brisbane on Saturday night after his
Bang!
striking. So that's
He's
all
gonna get
good.
tagged, but it's good that I got to play on the
Yeah.
field.
Yeah, just score another 50 Butters if you can.
Yeah.
So if we hit optimize, and we've
Fuck
already
your
in the
team.
yeah. Now I have 7 trades remaining,
Yep.
2 upgrades. Don't know why this.
Jesus.
So I'm in strife, massive strife. And I'm very sad about it because SuperCoach is my life. So I could either use 2 trades and get Luke Jackson in and get cover. Thoughts on that? Get cover so I don't,
How much
in
is
case
Luke
of
Jackson?
510. Not, I would pay 420 for Luke Jackson. In all honesty,
And this is just to have ruck cover.
that's exactly it. And I've already got 3 trades. My final team hopefully will have 3 injury trades. So if one gets
What
injured,
spot do you need?
so I need a forward. So that was the first option. The second option was
Wait, so
trading
you just need 2 forwards. Is that what you need?
2 forwards remaining. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So it's Sullivan and Frey. Unfortunately, I don't think I can get Rankin, but I think we're going to talk about it later. But Rankin's probably the best out of the lot. My internet's just gone. This is shocking. Gee whiz. Will we get there? The other option is Caldwell. What's your thoughts on Caldwell?
I haven't really liked him all season, honestly.
Mm,
A lot of people have spoken about him,
yeah.
and you've spoken about him. Like I think like he's just been putting up solid 80 to 90. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Like doesn't
So
do
I could.
anything else. 80, 90, 80, 90.
My computer is completely puzzing out. I'm just going to cancel and talk about my options. So I could get Caldwell. I could get Currnow, who's about 448k, and get Caldwell after, or the other way round.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could get, who else was it? It was Jezza Cameron. There's just that. My opinion on the forwards are that you cannot their scoring potential unless you've got Rankin, who is that uber forward. It's really just like roll of the dice stuff. It's all going to come down to luck, and you just got to target sort of the run home. So someone like Currnow or Mackay, they have the easiest run now. Carlton, I've heard, and
I think I want to get in Currnow this week.
yeah. So that's what I had in my that's what I had this week. Well, out of all the options, I guess the following week I've got around 500K for another forward. So I guess is Currnow the best option? That's really my question. I think that he's versing Geelong. He has a great record
Well, do
against Geelong.
you wanna go over their stats? Because you wrote up something for us before the pod started.
Yeah, if you want to
You want
share your screen, just in case my
Yeah.
internet fucks out.
So, basically right now you're looking for a forward, and
Two
so am I.
forwards.
2 I'm
Yeah.
looking for 2 forwards as well. So, I think Rankine will be one of them, but I'm also looking for that other F6 type of player that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Um, your first one you were talking about was what's his fucking face? Where is he?
Yeah. So Rankin's the best. So I guess,
Mm,
the only risk to him is maybe a potential tag
mhm,
or a hammy, but he has 50 or so percent CBAs and they'll increase over time as well. Because Crouch is out, but he's got Geelong, Dogs, Port, and Sydney. But he's been averaging 113 in the last 5 rounds.
mm.
I asked you a question earlier: is he a must-have? I think he is
Um,
personally. I
but
think
yeah,
he
but I
is.
don't think you can get him though.
Yeah, he's 570K. He's a bit much, isn't he? Um,
Yeah.
I think if you had those four, you can take a punt on a cheaper forward. But if you wanted to go cheaper, I think he's priced around 468K. It'd be Caldwell next, and he has a 5 round average of 91. Um, but the risk is really that Parrish come back and it just could eliminate his CBAs, which it's pretty evident whenever Parrish comes
Mm.
back. There's not much more fish to feed, but he's
Yeah, and it
still.
looks like he still scores when he doesn't have CBAs. Like he had
That's what I mean.
25%
Yeah,
here. Is this
he's
this
pretty
year?
solid. I've heard a lot of Dons fans really happy with him because yeah, he gets those 90s or 100s. He doesn't hit the 100 much though, or it's very low ton. But what kind of forward is really hitting those big tons anyway?
Mm,
Other than the big four, we're assuming that you have the big four already.
yeah.
But his final runs, I don't know if I think it's tricky. You can sort of comment on it. It's Freo, Suns, Sydney, and Brizzy.
Yeah, right.
I guess I haven't written out listed the venue. Sorry, but
That's for Jai. That's for Caldwell.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's got Freo at the MCG, then he's got Marvel. He's got Gold Coast at Marvel, Sydney at Marvel, and then Brisbane Lions at the Gabba. I don't see.
yeah.
I don't think he's a player that I want to target. I mean, the Essendon are probably going to be in that spot where they're needing to push, and he's going to have to play a great game to like for them to win this. They need to win these games, type of thing. Frio, they probably pump them. Gold Coast, probably a tough game. Sydney probably get pumped, and Brisbane, they probably get pumped.
Yeah.
Um,
The
so,
the other one is the one that I'm glad you sort of agreed here, but I think there's a lot of people sort of agreeing with us, which is not a bad thing because I guess the everyone is sort of saying Curnow is sort of probably the best option, but he's averaging 83.7 for a 3 rounder, but I think his 5 rounder is even better. But his run home is just like we said, um it's very soft because they had, that big block in the middle of the season. But their run home is Pies, Hawks, Eagles, and Saints, and he's going for the Copeland Medal
yeah,
trophy or whatever it's called. Um, and he's one of those players that receives the ball. He's one of those lead up players, and he just loves playing Geelong. I looked at it and I was like, holy shit, this guy loves playing Geelong. Like,
mm. No, I don't mind it. Actually, I think I might get around the Charlie trade in this week, just as that
yeah.
player to have there as that could go like a 120 if he pops off.
Yeah. The other one's Mackay, which funny enough, um, he's averaging 91. So I think Curnow's averaging like 89 or something. But Mackay's averaging more, but most of his good scores have been coming without Pitternet, but Mackay's about 420k, but because he's in the ruck contests at the moment, so for some of them to help
Yeah,
Koning out.
15%,
But
13%,
I
12%.
same run home, but I think more risk, I guess. If Pitternet comes back, his scoring's likely to go to um shit. It says he's injured, but I think he was a test to play this week. I think he's going to get up. There's been nothing about it. And we would have heard something.
Yeah.
It's a couple of days away. But the scoring looks
Okay.
all right.
It's not bad scoring. It's pretty good scoring, hey?
Yeah. So I mean, I'll get on to Jackson. We've covered. That was another one on my list. I think.
Yeah.
Just what about Jezza Cameron as an option? But is
Um,
Geelong is Geelong good enough to sort of because we're going for Carlton forwards because we think they'll have they'll win a few games which result in better scoring, but they've been a bit shit, Geelong.
mm,
Inconsistent, really. But look, the last three, or four, he's sort of building. So
yeah, you're right. It's like a slow progressive build, hey?
would you pick? Because I was going to ask you to rank them, but Curnow's probably the top. But if you were splitting hairs, Mackay and Cameron, who would you pick?
I have no fucking clue.
I think I think they scored the same. In all honesty, like it's not going to be. I just think the forwards are terrible. I'm only asking because I'm have to probably make this decision. It's really team dependent.
I'm making this decision as well. Um, looks like Currnow is in a little bit better form at the moment
Mm,
compared to Mackay.
yeah,
So Currnow ahead of Mackay and Jez Cameron. Let's have a look. Cameron and Jeremy Cameron, what is just like building into some solid scores
yeah,
with his run coming up. I do like the target fixtures.
yeah. I didn't write this one down. Sorry, he was. I just thought maybe his pox forwards were too much, but he did actually interest me.
Yeah. So he's
What's
played at
his
Gym
run home?
HBA, Gym HBA, Gym HBA. I think I'm still going to go with Curnow, really. His run home is Carlton, Essendon, Hawthorn, Collingwood, Bulldogs, North, Adelaide,
Yeah,
Freo,
so it's
St
actually
Kilda,
not
West
that
Coast.
bad. They
It's
might
not too
win a
bad.
few games. Because
I'm
the
going to go with Curnow.
Curnow, the last
Yeah.
option I can do because I can do Cameron
Sorry,
in one trade.
Curnow, Cameron, Mackay.
Curnow, Cameron, Mackay, perfect. The last option, and I mean, people will probably turn off the podcast, and it's a shame because you still got your trades to go. But um, Keziah Pickett
I don't
um
hate it.
is is this see, I've heard this from multiple people, but like if you can get DFS, please do. But he has had 85 CBAs since Tracker was out, and he's resulted in obviously he's in the midfield group, so he's resulted in less tog. But he also went in there in round 12 and scored a measly 47 or 50 something.
Now, we fucking called this at the start of the year, and I
We
was hot
did.
on
That's why I
Cozzy
wanted to
Pickett.
bring it. That's why I wanted to bring it up with you.
Yeah, I was hot on Cozzy Pickett to start him. But then
Yep.
I was like, oh, what's his midfield minutes going to look like? Is Clary going to be in there full time? Turns out Clary was having the same role as he had last year. No change.
Yep.
When he plays midfield, he cooks.
Yeah, he does go missing, but I think he's just learning. But who is that big? Petrarch is a big bloke, right? He, is a power guy. Um, Pickett sort of displays that power, not to track level, obviously, but they need someone that sort of can hum through the stoppages. And his CBAs were 85. So that I want to show you the previous one as well. If you can go on his second heat map, I think you might like it.
it's not bad. He doesn't have a lot of possessions, but it's not bad.
No. So I think he can. I think he can build on it. And I was looking at his quarter to quarter disposals. He does go missing and just has one touch a game. But I guess it's a pick that you could probably wait a week on. But the reason why I asked this
Yeah.
is,
No, I'm staying away. Look at this. He's to get his 94, 83% CBAs, and he scored a 94. To get that 94, he kicked 2 goals, 4 behinds. I watched this game,
yeah,
like,
I need to rewatch it because
this
obviously we were lubricated with beers.
yeah, he no, they were tough goals, but, I mean, he's had to kick goals to score this score, hey? And it's not like Collingwood
Mm.
are the hardest team to score on. They're quite an easy team to score on.
That's the thing. So what my trades this week, I could get a full team with 4 trades remaining and get Jezza and Pickett, but I don't think that's the play. Would you rather just use the extra? Well, the extra trade will probably be Currnow and maybe Caldwell or maybe Jezza as well.
Who are you
Or
trading in 2 potential 50s?
well, it'll be yeah. Cameron, I'm more confident on, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty gun ho on Pickett, but I'd rather just wait a week and maybe I could get another. The only thing is, I just go down to 3 injury trades. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I
Mm.
could do 4 and see if Pickett actually does something for a few weeks and then trade him later. And then, that way it's just, I've made my bed with poor trading. So I need to try and get creative and find cheap options. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of injury trades. I'm at that point now. I think I
That's
should
so
just
tough.
get Currnow. I should just get Currnow and then get someone else later. Do you think? Fuck, I don't know.
I don't know either. I I don't know what to do even in my team, let alone fucking help you.
Uh,
I'm
I'm
literally
be-
just
I'm begging for assistance.
I'm sitting here looking at my fucking team. Thank God Butters is in because I was just looking at my team going,
So many
fuck
blue
me,
dots.
cunt. Why did I trade in Will Day?
I was
Nah,
telling you this all along of these
I
round 15 players that are
I wanted
dangerous.
Will Day in my team, and I wanted him last week, so that was never going to stop anything. But there wasn't really. If I went Errol, then I probably wouldn't have Day. It's like a catch-22.
Yeah, I look. I think Day's going to be a great pick. I mean, if I was you, I would have got Ed Richards before that. But hindsight's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Well, we wanted to wait a week on Ed Richards, didn't we?
Yep. Yep.
Um, yeah, so I'm not too fussed about not getting Ed Richards in the end. Because I got LDU and Will Day in the end, and it was going to be Ed Richards and Will Day. So
Yep. Exactly.
you know,
Yep.
trades this week for me, I actually have no fucking clue. So let's work it out now. Um, where are you? Where are these dickheads on trade out? Harvey Harrison lost money this week.
Really.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the thing. We traded in these high players for no reward. Like, what were we thinking? What were we thinking?
And what's a rookie this week?
So I'm very keen on Bailey Laurie instead of Hutchinson because they've just said on the SEN and it would be on the website, but Oscar Allen is back in, so surely that affects Hutchinson as a pick. He's a forward only. That
Oh,
may
you're
be actually.
kidding me.
Well, swap Fisher. Oh no, it
It
won't
does
work, will
not.
it?
It does not work.
Well, who are you trading out first of all? Oh, those two. It doesn't work, does it? Well, all right. We'll think this.
I have 2 dead rookies up here, and I got 2 dead rookies down here. My team's just fucking lit.
All right. So we'll have to brainstorm this because who's going to go out next? Are you going to trade out? Maybe you get rid of. You'll probably have to get rid of Reed or Hoare next week for a loop, or to swap Dawson there. I
Yeah.
think you
Could I
probably
do
need.
this? Um,
I mean, Freya's not pressing. He's just a. I mean, you can use his cash, but
I'll fast forward this for all the fucking listeners. Fuck's sake, cunt. That is so grim. Hey, can we just talk about this? Jack Bytel nearly got 40 disposals on the weekend.
yeah, because he's playing through the middle. He's not a
Do you know how
wingman, mate.
fucking crazy that is? That it's just that I reckon all AFL players are just midfielders that are just forced to
Yeah,
play out of positions.
yeah, 100%. Have you
Um,
What about? So what do you need? A midfielder.
oh, I need a fucking a head check. I need someone to just fucking smack me over the back of the head, tell me I'm fucked. I'm
Wonder how
fucked, cunt.
Hippo. I wonder how Hippo feels. He's got like 13.1 mil cash gen. I mean, team value. Like we've got half more than him, and we're still struggling. We're like, who the fuck do I bring in?
I think I'm thinking I might bring in Pickett just because it's looking grim. Pickett F7.
More than Currnow. Just letting you know, just before you curse me out, that Laurie will play games, but he may get subbed. But we don't really need him. We need a warm body to play this week. That's
That's
it.
what I'm saying. There you go. Look at that.
Just the one trade.
18. 18 on field. 137k in the bank.
For what? Who else? What are your trade plans? That
And
means
then
how many?
next week I
Mhm.
can trade in I could probably go. Well, let's work this out here. I got a calculator. Next week I can go for 7 plus. How much is Harrison? 2.7, 2.8, plus 0.3 plus. And then where the fuck is Freya? 271.8, 271.8, 951.9 minus 117. Let's just say equals 834. God, that's grim as.
Yeah, nah. I don't think it works. Like you're just gonna have to get one. Like I've looked at this, man. This is fucked. So you got to just pick one cheap one, and then best. But it's not like any of them are any good apart from ranking. Like look at Moore. He pumps out 70s. Sometimes can pump out 130, but so it's that cheap option. We need a cheap option. I think I might get Pickett.
I think I might get Pickett as well, just because he's the cheapest option. What was I going to do here? Filters, forward options. Was it so? All the ones you sent are literally the options. Hey,
Yeah, that caught my eye. That are cheap enough.
509, 571. Fuck, he's gone up 20k last week. 531, 422, 4. I might even get Harry Mackay.
Telling you.
422,
But
Harry Mackay.
don't hate it. I just think it's not going to be. It's not going to matter. There's Brent Daniels. He's
Would you
actually
take? You
killing
just
it.
take Jez Cameron over Harry Mackay though, wouldn't you?
Well, that's the question I'm asking myself.
Yeah, and this is now I've come back to this thought as well. Like, okay, well, this is pretty grim. So actually, we're both in the boat now. I thought it was just you. We're both there. So now I've actually got to find someone. So Jez Cameron or Harry Mackay or Charlie Kern. Charlie's just a little bit more expensive, which is a little bit annoying.
But just totally reliable. I wouldn't be
Um,
surprised if he kicks 4 or 5. I really like Baker, but he's got a buy. But he scored 60 as well, so you can't trust him.
is Shea Bolton? Oh, he's got the buy.
68 though.
I know, but he's just come back from injury.
Mm.
Is Paddy Lipinski too expensive? Higgins, no. Powell, no. Tracy, no. Perkins, no. Guelphy, no. Papley, no. Cripps, no. Mittler, no. Langford, no. Taylor Adams, no.
Maybe.
Yeah, there's a maybe.
Maybe.
Brad Hill, no. McRae, no.
Great.
McDonald, no. Toby Green.
I like Toby Green. He kicked 5 behinds, but he's cheap. But you'd rather just pay that 20K extra for Mackay, I guess.
Mm.
And he's pretty highly owned. Look at 7%. Oh, I don't know what all the others were actually.
They're all around like 8-9%.
Yeah.
All the others.
Yeah.
So he's basically the same. Joel Jeffrey, fuck off, you fucking dog. How dare you take fucking Sexton spot? Fucking maggot cunt. Bailey, no. Pickett, maybe. Hollands.
Pickett.
It's just so fucking grim, isn't it?
But is my theory right?
Gresham.
You're not gonna be in the shit. You're gonna have some good scores. You're gonna have some bad scores. That's my theory.
Mm.
That's why I want to do the double risk. Just fucking finish my team with 4 injury trades. Just miss Rankine. Simpkin.
Now, they had just such a great midfield mix last week. I doubt that they would change it. What do you think?
Yeah, I just think he got pretty lucky. And one of my North mates that on Discord, he was telling me all the time to get LDU, and he's been pretty reliable. And he said, "Simpkins shit, mate. Don't go near him." And I've seen North fans say the same thing. Say that he does nothing. Yeah. So yeah, not so. Bobby Hill. He's got to buy. He's got to buy.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go Harry Mackay, my team.
I don't hate that, no.
It's between Harry Mackay and Pickett for me.
Not Jezza?
Yeah, Jezza's an option as well. It's those 4, isn't it?
So how many? So look at your. If you go up, right? So you've got 7 trades. Oh, so you got one more than me, haven't you? You fucking cunt bag. You fucking cunt.
Fucking dog cunt.
Fuck, you really have the advantage here. You're gonna smack me.
How is that such a sad fucking? You really have the advantage
here. Oh shit. Oh shit.
We could. Hey, let's actually think here, and let's get fucking proactive and think about this.
I have.
Let's make some fucking big calls here.
No.
Okay.
They're forwards, mate. They're not reliable.
No. Wait.
Look at all these 5-rounders.
Just think outside the box, all right? Let's just start thinking a little bit different. What midfielders can we downgrade, get some cash, and launch into someone?
It's not financially possible for me. I'm one less trade than you. I reckon you could do it. But how many trades are you going to have remaining? Include Sexton in there.
Let's just have a look, Will. Let's just have a fucking look, all right? Instead of being Mr. Saudi Pants over here, let's just see what we can fucking do, all right? Get rid of you stupid sad cunt. Where's the other sad cunts? Where is he? You are fucking... Go down there. Now we're going to get a defender in.
I hope you're censoring that out, man.
Yeah, sorry. Slur. I'll have to fucking go back to that one. Anyway. Defender. What defender would you want to get in? Let's just let me get the forwards in that I want to get. Let's just get Currnow. The fuck's going on here? Get out of there. Oh, my God. What a disaster. Okay. Oh, that's sad as, isn't it?
What? Oh, yeah.
Charlie boy. Is there any defenders that we want to get in? No. Mitchell Hinge.
He's cracked at the moment.
Why? How is he so high?
He's always been a good SuperCoach scorer, but he's been dominating.
Jordan Clark, no. Holmes, no. Whitfield, no. Jack Crisp would have been the fucking best trade in. Carl Amon, no. No. No.
Yo,
We're looking for 400k players here.
Short.
No.
What about
No.
Jaden Short?
No.
James Short. He's got like 100 average at the moment.
He's got to
Rounder.
buy. He's got to buy.
He'd be perfect.
He would be. Because if you put in Short, what's that? 257. Then you had 100k in the bank. Perfect for next week. But you just wasted a trade, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, guys. You know, we'll just leave it to that. Let's move on. Hopefully, I can cut a lot of that shit out of me just fucking being depressed about our team. Shall we jump on to the... What do you got here? You've got mid options, Walsh and Crippa.
Well, if anyone is looking for a midfield upgrade, I think it is the Carlton boys. We've just spoken about their run. I know we're Collingwood fans talking about, but I think we've always liked Cripps as an option. Like he's just been flying under the radar.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that Walsh?
That was Walsh.
Yep.
This is Paddy Cripps just here. 144 break even.
So he wouldn't go him. Oh, he's got a softish run coming up, but his scores haven't been that bad.
Yeah.
Geelong, Richmond, GWS, and then he's got that last ball that we've spoke about in depth. And I think Sam Walsh, even though he scored an 87, I think this guy's pretty good. I wouldn't. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm really excited to fucking scream at him this week. Like, last week, I felt a little bit lost. I was like, why is it Sunday and I'm not that angry? And I had a look at my team and I'm like,
Sam Walsh is in there.
Sam Walsh had a bye this week and I forgot he existed. So I'm excited for him to be back so I can just be like, you fuckwit. You fucking clanger cunt. Stop fucking kick. He's just the worst kick, isn't he? Like, he's just fucking atrocious to look at.
Oh, God. He's cracked it. He's Sam Walsh has done his head in.
God. If any of you are thinking about bringing in Sam Walsh, do not bring him in.
Really?
Crippa as well?
I think he's going to be... All he needs to do is clean up his disposals.
Mate, if he hit targets, he'd win a Brownlow, honestly. Does anyone who listens to the pod know anyone close to Sam Walsh?
No. I wouldn't think so.
Because if they do, just tell him, hey, mate, you're pretty good. You're actually a good footy player. You just got to fucking kick it to someone. Just hit someone. Just literally.
I wish I had him instead of a green, to be honest, or nah, just a green. Maybe it's
mate, I've got both, so
yeah.
I guess he's my Jack Steele. Hey,
I guess we can go on to the mid options and the defender options. I think most people have those options already. I guess so. That's why there was limited sort of options there. I guess if you need Houston would be a great pick if you had a defensive spot. But like I said way earlier when you were doing your review, he has completely lighted it up. So lit it up. So yeah,
Houston just plays well when he gets bulk kick-ins. Like
yeah.
The only times he really pops,
he has been consistent.
He has, but I just want to have a look at something real quick. What was it? Round 10. Yeah, let's look at round 10. Sorry, I'm going to do it on my phone.
And he's getting up in the oh, I guess another name just while you look is Ridley for sure. If you haven't got Ridley,
Yeah, Ridley's a great option. Yeah. Or Bailey Dale. Bailey Dale's a great option as well, but I think
yeah,
everyone's got him. Zach Fisher. All these players are great options. The back line
yeah.
you really spoilt for choice.
I mean, you haven't looking at your team now. Oh no, Martin would be your sixth defender, wouldn't he? I just don't
Yeah.
know what's happened to your team.
I
It's
can't get him back there. I don't know how to fix this.
oh, you'll just have to once you do your trades this week.
Yeah, I'd
If
have
you
to
do
fix it.
any, if you decide on anything,
Yeah, it's
um,
gonna get to the weekend and I'm just gonna be. Did you do anything? No.
nah. Um, but yeah, I guess we can go on to VC and Cs if you want.
Yeah, I just want to touch on something real quick
Yeah,
to all the listeners out there. I think this is like more like proof than ever that just don't listen to all these people saying, "Oh, this player is going to do this, like he's going to do that. Don't trade him out. He's actually good. Like he's going to do this." And if you in your gut think this guy is doing my head in, fuck this guy, I'm going to trade him out. Just antipod him. Just do it because if if we antipoded him when we wanted to,
oh, Tom
fucking
Green, you're talking about.
Tom Green, like how much points are you just gaining on literally the whole competition if you just traded this guy out when he was just stinking up the track?
Yeah. And if he had been out for that 5 where he scored the 5,
Hmm.
we would have traded him and we wouldn't have been a part of all this misery that we're currently enduring.
Mm. And it's little things like that. Like if you did that, that's probably what's he been scoring? That's probably like maybe 100 points that you would have
Yeah.
gained on people, give
Yeah.
or take.
Yeah.
Like that's just so much bigger of a, and it's just on one trade, but it could go
Should
the
have just
opposite way as well.
traded him at our at his round 3 bye like we all said that we were gonna do for a Brizzy player, which would have been Neil. And we would have been fine. He would have been long gone. We wouldn't have been. I don't think I'll pick him next year. He can get out of my team. I'm not picking him. I don't care what he does.
He can honestly, I might, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna that's how much I give a fuck about him next year. Fuck that
Jesus
guy, man.
Christ.
I'm fucking sick of this
Jesus
cunt.
Christ. Stop. Stop it, Michael. Don't show your true colours.
Getting a little bit too relaxed on the pod. Jesus.
Yeah. What was that? A Coca-Cola? Jeez, one Coca-Cola and you're talking about I don't even want to repeat what you just said.
I'm
You might
sick
have
of
to edit
these.
it out.
I'm just sick of these drop kicks in my team ruining my year.
All right, get on to the VCCs.
Anyway, VCCs this week. We've got Carlton versus Geelong.
Walsh
Oh, Walsh.
or
Fucking
Currnow.
VC. No, I'm
Walsh
not going
or
to VC
Charlie.
them.
You're not VCing them.
No.
Oh my god, are you, mate? What? You know how bad Geelong is with their midfield. They're ranked like one of the worst midfields for scorage. I mean, I don't have Walsh, so you can't. I did this last time with you with Collingwood, and you
Rank
viced him, and he
12 to
did nothing.
mids.
Yeah, well, it's proven like Walsh went not Walsh. Warner went 160 or whatever he went. I think Goulden went bonkers, maybe more than him. Anyway, it's known that Geelong leak midfield points. I don't see any harm in VCing Walsh, but you do you, Michael. You do you. Let the hatred fuel um your captaincy sort of views.
Could you VC um, merit into a? No, I don't trust them. Don't trust you, Sarong.
Port Brisbane out. I'm not even bothering. I guess if you had Neil, maybe that would be a cool vice captain. But I think he might get a little bit of Drew attention.
Yeah, Butters
Sydney,
has been tagged.
Sydney GWS, I'm thinking about VCing old mate Errol. Just a fun VC.
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm gonna VC Grundy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. If you had Grundy, I guess, yep, your life is a lot easier than mine.
VC Grundy
Um,
into C gone. What am I
yeah,
doing?
yeah. So if you don't have Grundy, it's probably Golden, or I could VC Gorn into Lukey Boy Ryan or a Sarong
That's risky
C.
as, isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe it's Golden VC, Gorn C.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what are the unders looking like and overs looking at this week? So Luke
Oh,
Ryan
you're a big
probably
you're a big advocate for this. I have did say last week that you were, none of your players were overs, and you disagreed and said,
I said
basically
all
that
these fucking
Supercoach
yeah, all
objectives
these
are a load of shit.
Freo
Are a
blokes.
load of shit.
Yeah. Freo blokes were
Now,
just overs. They're all like 150.
yeah, so maybe Clark is a little bit overs still.
So
Nah, he
yeah,
wouldn't be.
Clark, I would say. I'd say
Nah,
Clark overs, Luke Ryan, maybe not overs. Sheasel, a little bit overs. Fisher, probably not overs. Luke Davies Uniac, probably a little bit overs to like a normal average. Sarong, overs. Overs, who's gonna get tagged. Zorko unders. Green overs. So
I
you
think he'll
could
bounce.
you can
Oh, no,
expect whatever
don't.
you're projected this week. But me, that is going to
Yeah,
be a little bit below it.
yeah. Well, Green might do well because he's not going to get tagged this week because old mate Shipfield's going to get tagged. But yeah,
Green's going to do well. He hasn't been tagged any of the weeks. He just sucks.
he
He's
got
still getting
tagged.
30
He got
disposals.
tagged this week.
Did he?
I think he got close attention.
Uh, what's the
Attention.
attention? Just someone looking at him.
Well, he got 30 touches, so it's
That's what I
obviously,
mean.
yeah. Well, he was handballing to, he should have just handballed it to the crowd. That's what he should have done. But I still love him. I still love you, Tom. You're one of my favorite podcasters. So forget what Michael said. I'm going to get him to edit it out.
All right. So who's your number one VC this week?
Probably go. Oh, if I had Grundy, that's my number one. But myself personally, Golden, um, into Gorn. That's probably what I'm going to do. Looking at it, don't trust Merritt. Don't trust Merritt.
Yeah, I reckon top VC this week, like fucking Uber could go massive. Yeah, any of the Sydney boys. It's really a toss up which of the midfielders is going to pop off the most.
Oh,
But they
Sydney
all,
probably win. So Sydney probably win the game, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Although they
Um,
have improved. They have improved. But yeah,
bruised.
improved.
Uh,
Yeah. GWS.
oh yeah. I thought you were talking about Sydney has improved. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh no.
And then top C, probably just gone.
Gone. Gone. Or Cosy Pickett.
Yeah, or LTU to cook against their battered midfield of.
That's what I mean. Don't get me started on that because you told me 2 weeks ago it was a shit idea. And look, maybe it's a nah. No trucker midfield. Oh, I'll have to think about it.
They could
I'll have
win
to
this
think
game.
about it.
Honestly, North could win this game. I would actually tip them. They'd be riding high off their last 2 weeks' performances, and that midfield's just going to cook again.
I don't trust you with tipping at all. I actually listened to you too much last week, and I tipped Freo against Bulldogs because you were like you got in my ear and said, "Nah, they can win this game," and I was like, "Yeah, definitely can." But I
They
thought
can't. They could
Bulldogs
have
would
won
win.
that game. You fuckhead.
Wait,
I reckon that was a
wait,
game.
wait. So they lost, and
Yeah.
then I listened. I was like, "All right, well, I'll go another rogue tip from myself." So I went Richmond. So and then I was like, that's it. I'm not
That's
going
a
rogue
terrible
anymore.
tip,
I'm not going like Michael and tipping rogue.
mate.
So
The
whatever
the
you said just then, I'm going to go the opposite.
I see what you reckon that Melbourne. I reckon. Nah, let's do some tips this week, and then we'll come back to this. Carlton, Geelong, Carlton, Port Adelaide, Brisbane Lions.
Lions.
Fuck you, Lions. GWS, Sydney.
Swannies.
This is a game Swannies could drop, but I'm gonna go Sydney.
They have been starting very slow recently.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Sydney as well. Melbourne, North. Essendon, West Coast.
Essendon.
Is Harley Reid back?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Wait, I actually can't remember.
I'm going to go Essendon. It's at Marble. Optus Stadium. Freo versus Gold Coast.
That's actually interesting if Harley Reid's back, because I'm versing someone who's got him. Freo. Surely a bounce back game plus Gold Coast.
Oh, girl, let's have a listen to him.
Plus Gold Coast can't win away from home. Truth.
It is truth. All right, so we're just relying on this one North game here.
Yeah, looks like it. All right.
Yeah, shit.
Maybe that can be in the cherry on top. I mean, it wouldn't be that big of odds, but we can just to exclude the North and Melbourne game.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just do the tip? The weekly tip?
Yeah. We'll just do a weekly tip for this one, because our tips are dog ass.
All right, weekly tips, and then we'll go North in there as well.
No. We want the listeners to. Anyway, don't get me pissed off.
We're putting North in there, yes. Oh, I'm doing it. So we're going to put North in.
Anyway, let's end the podcast. Yeah. To end in summary, Cozzy Pickett might be getting brought in both of our teams.
Yeah.
And I'm also considering Jezza Cameron.
Yeah, Cozzy or Cameron for me.
And you said Mackay as well.
So yeah, Cozzy, Cameron, Mackay, and Currnow, all of them. More leaning towards Currnow is probably the best option out of all of them, to recap.
Yeah.
But he's a little bit of an inflated price. And if you're anything like us with Harrison and Fraser left.
And without a Ned Moyle.
And no Ned Moyle, he would have been a great fucking trade in.
Don't get me started. It's all Jordan Sweet's fault. But anyway, we'll put that cherry on top on, and I mean, hopefully it wins, because it's been a disaster. Really, I've been asking Michael to pull the pin on it, but he's just a rogue better. He put Paul Curtis in the last multi. He actually scored a goal though.
Yeah, he scored 2. He scored 2 goals in the first
quarter. Who actually let us down just before we?
Let me have a look. It was Johnny Noble, didn't get 20.
Yeah.
Dacos didn't get 30. He got 29. And Fisher. Oh, we got our money back though. Why?
Just put it right on. Put it right on something.
So Hoskin Elliott got up. Paul Curtis got up. Johnny Noble only had 8. LDU got up. Zach Fisher only had 24. Crispy got up. And Josh Dacos only had 20 instead of 25. Fuck, we didn't even have Nick Dacos in it.
Yeah, I told you, bloody Josh Dacos. He'll let you down on the punt. Just the wingers. You can't predict the wingers unless it's Errol Goulden. Anyway, we're going to do tipping, and maybe that will just, help us out. But even tipping's it's probably harder. But should we end it?
Yeah, okay. So the cherry on top this week is Carlton, Port Adelaide, GWS, North Melbourne, West Coast, and Gold Coast.
No.
Let it rip.
Oh, no. All right. See you next